You'd never know that this house holds secrets. It's located in Gold Hill, just outside of historic Virginia City. A resident asked deputies to do a welfare check May of last year, and investigators say they found a child locked in a room. That room that the boy was staying in, which is above the garage there, deputies say was locked with a deadbolt and also had a padlock. They had two different keys, and when they got into that room, they found the boy inside a closet within the room. According to legal documents, the boy said he was put in that room, quote, 1.5 years ago. Nancy said the boy is, quote, typically locked in his room approximately 23 hours daily, and, quote, for the free hour, he gets water and uses the bathroom.
I do know that it was built to house him. It wasn't already built into the house.
The boy just turned 15. Deputies say the child was malnourished and had to relieve himself in a bucket.
I'm sorry I get a little choked up. These are kids. We're supposed to protect our children and take care of them and meet their needs. And this family wasn't doing that for this child. And thank God somebody called us.
Deputies arrested the boy's mother, 34-year-old Tammy Hines, and the boy's grandmother, 68-year-old Nancy Hines, and charged them with false imprisonment and child abuse. We talked to Nancy about the allegations. Can I ask you why he was locked in a room?
Because we didn't have enough people here to watch him 24 hours a day.
Could you have called the state for some help or called a family member?
We've had him to therapists and all kinds of things, and nobody would help us.
But a room is probably not the best place for him.
It wasn't a big room. We had cameras. We had access to him. He had access. He could get out anytime he wanted to.
And was his health?
There was nothing wrong with him. He's mental. He's got lots of issues.
He wasn't malnourished and underweight?
Oh, God, no. He's just naturally skinny.
I think he was pooping and peeing in a bucket, the court paperwork said.
Yeah, because he was in his room for more hours than we were able to watch him.
Do you have any regrets on how he was treated, or do you think that it was proper?
It's in his mental capacity. He had lots and lots of issues, and the state foster system now cannot deal with him. We couldn't deal with him. We tried everything, and we were let down by everybody.
Nancy Hines said the boy was in treatment and on prescription drugs at 8 years old, saw a psychiatrist and counselors. She said one reason he was locked up was because he stole things from the neighbors and from the school. He's now in foster care and has no contact with his family.
I'm fine with that, because he destroyed our family.
Tammy Hines pleaded guilty to child abuse and neglect in April and is expected to be sentenced in July. Nancy is due in court on a preliminary hearing in August. In Gold Hill, I'm Kim Burrows. This is the house where deputies say a 14-year-old boy was locked in a room. A welfare check in May of 2024 exposed what was allegedly going on.
I was upstairs. It was over the garage, this room, and it was built specifically to hold this child.
Deputies arrested the boy's mother, 34-year-old Tammy Hines, and the boy's grandmother, 68-year-old Nancy Hines, and charged them with false imprisonment and child abuse. Deputies say the boy was malnourished and relieved himself in a bucket in the room, according to legal paperwork. He told deputies that he was locked up in the room for 1.5 years. We talked to Nancy, who said her now 15-year-old grandson has, quote, mental issues and stole from neighbors and the school. Can I ask you why he was locked in a room?
Because we didn't have enough people here to watch him 24 hours a day.
Nancy tells me her grandson has seen therapists, counselors, and been on medication and says they didn't get enough help.
It was just a matter of no support from anybody. We were dealing with this since he was a very young child.
The boy has been in foster homes since he was taken from his family in May of 2024. Denise Gallagher and her husband were one of those homes. She says the child has been in 7 homes and 5 schools in the year since his rescue.
We did see a great improvement over the time that he was with us. He was with us from October until January. We saw him grow inches, get better color in his skin because he was eating better and sleeping better.
But then this past January 10th, the state took the child from Gallagher. She's unclear as to exactly why.
I had a grievance meeting with the state to let them know, to cover the abuse, the bruises or the evidence of abuse that we had found when he came in, and our concerns about his health and a bunch of different things. And at that time, the expression was that we were doing a good job, and thank you.
We reached out to the Division of Child and Family Services, and a spokesperson said that she couldn't comment on this case specifically, but she says generally the state doesn't like to move a child once they've been placed, but may have to if a family is not following a corrective plan. The state said a child could be placed back in a home again, and that's what Denise Gallagher wants.
Him expressing interest in us adopting him, and that we have full intention to adopt him, whether it's through the foster program or after he graduates out of it at 18. You know, like, we're always there for him no matter what.
Kim Burrows reporting.